Medical rescue for North Shore Rescue actually goes back to Dr. Ian Taylor, who was a family physician, but a passionate outdoorsman. And he recognized the need for the team to have first aid skills, said they were absolutely critical.
Dr. Ian Taylor was a huge influence for me. He was, I believe, the first physician that we had on this team. I think looking forward to where we are today, having physicians on the team is such an asset. And for Dr. Taylor to be a part of the team, in its infancy, I think was very, very important.
Well, I joined the rescue team in the mid-70s, and at that time, the North Shore Rescue was just transitioning from having been an urban rescue team, mostly involved in urban rescue, part of the old emergency measures organization. So I joined and tried to transition the medical training from the sort of the first aid that had been going on before, which was everybody was required to have St. John's first aid certificate, which is okay on the side of a soccer field, but isn't really very applicable back in the mountains. So I tried to think of first aid in the way of what was needed back in the mountains when somebody had a bad fracture or something like that, and that needed treating before they could be extricated.
When the team was being formed, a lot of them lacked first aid skills because there was no paramedics in those days, certainly not in Canada.
Jerry Brewer had the foresight to say, we need to get our members out and exposed to ambulance calls because we deal with people that are sick and injured, and we need that exposure.
Jerry, because he worked for the city, made this little agreement where the North Shore Rescue folks could come out and ride on the ambulance.
And so they actually had a ride-along program in the 70s for the team to go out. It was a good educational opportunity.
When we were learning how to operate on snow, it very quickly became apparent that we had to learn all about treating hypothermia, because many of the victims buried in an avalanche or lost overnight developed hypothermia, so you had to know how to treat it. Otherwise, you could kill the victim after you'd found him, so to speak.
Each search usually took hours, 6 to 8 hours, sometimes a day, sometimes a day and a half. When you found the person, they're deeply hypothermic. We had not been really trained what to do with a deeply hypothermic person.
Dr. Ian Taylor went to the University of Victoria, who was doing hypothermia research, and actively engaged them and said, we need equipment that we can put into the field that anybody can use that will make a difference in hypothermia management.
They helped us by producing several pieces of equipment. One was called a hydraulic sarong, which was basically a garment that velcroed around the torso, and it had plastic tubing in it that went back and forth through the garment, and we would pump hot water or warm water through that from a little stove and a pot, and the hot water went around the patient, around the torso, and back into the pot again. They then came up with a more sophisticated piece of equipment, a canister which had its built-in heater, which would produce hot water and steam, and we would put a mask on the patient's face and have them breathe in warmed, humidified air, or you could entrain oxygen. And that way you could warm up the core first. You got the warm, humidified air down into the lungs. And that helped because you could warm from the core outwards, which is the hallmark of treating hypothermia properly.
You need to have the advanced care level in the mountains because the duration of time is long, especially back then when we didn't have winching capabilities, we didn't have helicopter flight rescue.
The team started to acquire personnel with a deeper ability in medical response, particularly trauma response. Paramedics, for instance. Tim Jones was a big example.
Tim Jones was an advanced care paramedic, and he was the heart and soul of the team medically for a long time. Tim seemed to go on every medical call himself.
It wouldn't be uncommon to see Tim on an ambulance call with North Shore Rescue with 2 radios, 2 cell phones.
People like Tim Jones, he was an advanced life support paramedic, and so we saw a big emphasis on, our medical capabilities.
So you guys take care of logistics, I'll take care of medical. We've developed a program we call AMP, or Advanced Medical Provider, and I'm one of 10 people now, 10 AMPs, that can bring advanced medical help to the team. 2 of us are full members, myself and Kayla Brawley. She's an emerge specialty nurse.
I'm a regular full-time team member, so I have all the skill sets that all the regular members do. I do all the regular searches, training, maintenance, equipment management, like everything that a regular team member do. I just happen to have an additional skill that I can offer, which is advanced medical training. We're seeing like an increase in severe traumatic injuries and medical rescues too. So being able to provide advanced level care is really critical to our patients as well. And then being able to deploy very rapidly high quality providers to critically injured patients can save lives. And not just having that within the group that is higher trained medically, but diffusing that down to the rest of our membership too and bringing their skills up just helps everyone, including ourselves. We're at risk when we're in the field too at getting hurt. So the more help, high level help that we have in the field is beneficial to us as well. Having kind of more advanced skill sets in terms of assessment and treatment and prioritization can be really helpful.
A lot of these patients are sick, very sick. They're intubated, they're ventilated, they're running infusions to keep them alive, and they have a Zoll Autopulse device which does automatic chest compressions. Just gets strapped onto the patient, and it has a big silicone hand that goes into the sternum, and you set the dial, and it just gives continuous, uninterrupted compressions while medications are being given and the patient being ventilated. So that is huge.
It starts it right away.
Having advanced medical providers ready to go, all volunteer, is a huge asset to the team.
His biggest problem is that he doesn't feel from sternum down.
They're bringing the hospital to the patient now because the emergency room physicians are on North Shore Rescue, as well as with the critical care nurses, the emerge nurses, and the critical care paramedics and the primary care paramedics. They're bringing the patient the best care possible, I would say, in North America.
Yeah, it's difficult to hear you. Yeah, the phone's really breaking. We got a call from 2 hikers, possibly broken nose and a broken ankle, and they're quite distressed. We're sending in a hoist team with an advanced medical provider.
Door is open.
I don't think there's a team in Canada that has 10 advanced medical providers ready, willing, and able to provide advanced medical care on the end of the rope, in snow, with crampons on and ice axe in the other hand. I mean, that's what we can do.
You heard it all anywhere?
My back hurts a little bit, but he protected me, so I'm okay.
So I think we've gone a long way to building a first-class and sustainable AMP, Advanced Medical Program.
Rescuer and subject are at cabin. They got the subject in the cabin.